Hi everybody and welcome to Dave's Beatles channel. Today's video is the 20th anniversary UK picture discs and more. Come and join me. So hello and welcome to Dave's Beatles channel. I do hope I find all you fabulous Beatle people well, and I'm glad that you've joined me today. So the subject for today's video is the UK picture disc singles from 1982 to 1990, and this was suggested by Martin Robinson, so this video is for you, Martin. So just before I show the picture discs, it's time for yes, it's the shout outs, and we're going to be saying hi to RMD Freelance, see I do smile, Brian Kelly Music, Beatleman 69, Michael Rice, hi Michael, Captain Called, Will C 137, Mr Beatles Pro, and Al M. That's a big hi from Beatle Dave. So on to the main event then, with the showing of the 1982 to 1990 20th anniversary picture disc collection and the 12-inch singles that were associated with these releases as well. Let's take a look. So in 1982, a campaign was launched by EMI to coincide with the upcoming 20th anniversary release of Love Me Do. The campaign slogan was "It was 20 years ago today," which seemed to be everywhere on magazines, billboards, and even on London red buses at the time. As part of this reissue campaign, EMI decided to release a special 20th anniversary picture disc edition and also a 12-inch version with the original single version. It was then decided that EMI would continue to release all the Beatles singles in picture disc format around or on the original release date until Let It Be in 1990. Okay, so starting off with Love Me Do, as always. It's the 20th anniversary picture disc, the first one that was released on the 4th of October 1982, with the original single being released on the 5th of October 1962. This reached number 4 in the charts at the time, which was quite a good achievement considering. These were cut by Harry T. Moss, and Please Please Me and From Me to You was also cut by him. And also this particular picture disc was actually given as a freebie with the export version of the Beatles singles collection. So if yours has got one of those in, you have an export version. Moving on to Please Please Me, which was released on the 10th of January 1983. Reached number 24 in the charts. And this was originally released on the 11th of January 1963, so it's just a day out. There we are. So moving on to From Me to You picture disc. This was released on the 11th of April 1983. And there's the slogan that was used at the time in magazines, billboards, and of course red buses in London. And the picture that they used. The original was released on the 12th of April 1963. Moving on to She Loves You, which was released on the 22nd of August 1983. And the original single was released on the 23rd of August 1963. On to I Want to Hold Your Hand, which was released on the 28th of November 1983. And the B-side, This Boy. All these sound pretty darn good considering picture discs that they don't normally sound that great, but these ones do sound pretty good. All the mono mixes, and they're all the original mono mixes except Love Me Do, which is the Andy White version. So here we go with Can't Buy Me Love. It was released on the 19th of March 1984, with the original being released on the 20th of March 1964. Moving on to A Hard Day's Night. This one was released on the 9th of July 1984, with the original being released on the 10th of July 1964. Reached number 52 in the charts in 1984. This particular single and Can't Buy Me Love were actually both pressed from the original 45 master tapes. Really do sound really good, and these were also cut by Harry T. Moss. Moving on to I Feel Fine. This was released on the 26th of the 11th, 1984. Got to number 65 in the charts. And the original, which was released on the 27th of the 11th, 1964, obviously got to number 1. What's interesting to note is that between Love Me Do and this picture disc, these were all pressed by a company called Orlake. They were based in Essex, and the company closed down in 2007, but they used to take on some EMI work. And in 1978, they actually did the export coloured vinyls as well as the red and the blues. So if you've got your red or blue albums, your coloured vinyl albums, and you check on the run out area, you might see a little OR, which stands for Orlake. So moving on to Ticket to Ride, and this was released on the 9th of April 1985, got to number 70, and the original was released exactly 20 years earlier on 9th of April 1965. This picture disc and the next 3 afterwards were all pressed by a company called Grampian, which was based in Wick in Scotland. Moving on to Help, which was released on the 23rd of July 1985, with the original being released exactly 20 years earlier. This is another Grampian press single, and also a great sounding single because it's from the original mono master tape again. On to the first double A single, double A side of We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper. This one being released on the 2nd of December 1985. Got to 79 in the charts, top 100. And the original was released a day later on the 3rd of December 1965. So moving on to Paperback Writer and Rain. Should have been a double A side, this one. Absolutely glorious single. And this was released on the 9th of June 1986. Got to 78. With the original being released on the 10th of June 66. And there we have the Butcher cover picture, which was used for the first time on any Beatles product in the UK. Moving on to Yellow Submarine and Eleanor Rigby. Another double A side. Lovely colourful disc, this one. And this was released on the 4th of August 1986. Got to number 63. And the original being released on the 5th of August 1966. And from this disc all the way to the last disc, these were pressed again by Orlake. So moving on to the majestic Strawberry Fields Penny Lane picture disc. This one was released on the 16th of February 1987, reaching number 65. The original was released on the 17th of February 1967 and was kept off the number 1 spot by Engelbert Humperdinck, which is a bit of a shame, as this is probably the Beatles' best single. Moving on to All You Need Is Love, which was released on the 6th of July 1987. Is that way around? And the original being released on the 7th of July 1967. This picture disc made number 47 in the charts. And this is the true mono mix. On to Hello Goodbye, which was released on the 23rd of November 1987, with the original being released on the 24th of November 1967. There's the guys from the Magical Mystery Tour film there. Another great mono mix. On to 1968, or in this case 1988, released on the 14th of March 1988. Reached number 67, Lady Madonna. Original released on the 15th of March 1968. There we are. And this one came with a backing card advertising the past master CDs that were released about a week or so earlier than the picture disc. Moving on to Hey Jude, which was released on the 30th of August 1988. Got to number 52 in the charts then. And the original was released on the same day, 1968. There's the guys recording Revolution for the David Frost Show. And once again, these are both the original mono mixes used, as well as the 12-inch picture disc and the 12-inch vinyl version, which I will be showing at the end of all these picture discs. Also has included the Apple insert. Moving on to Get Back and Don't Let Me Down. Another possible choice for a double A side single. And this one was released on the 10th of April 1989. Got to number 74. And the original being released on the 11th of April 1969. The Guys on the Roof on the 30th of January. And this was the last mono mix that was released. This one has an insert as well, with all the 20th anniversary original release dates and the picture disc release dates. So moving on to Ballad of John and Yoko, An Old Brown Shoe. This is the first picture disc released in stereo of the 20th anniversary picture disc. And this one was released on the 30th of May 1989 and originally released on the same day back in 1969. Had a backing disc with this one as well, which is the same as the previous one. Moving on to Something and Come Together, double A side, released on the 30th of October 1989, reaching number 84. And we've got the Abbey Road picture there. And the original was released on the 31st of October 1969. And that also was stereo. This one comes with another backing card, which is exactly the same as the previous two. So moving on to the final 20th anniversary picture disc that was released, Let It Be, and was released on the 5th of March 1990, with the original being released on the 6th of March 1970. And this one also came with a backing card. And there we are. So here we are with the Love Me Do 12-inch version that was released on the same day as the single and the picture disc, which is the 4th of October 1982. There's the back side. There's the black cardboard inner that came with it, die cut inner. And then we have the 12-inch itself. There's the A side, Let Me Do and P.S. I Love You, and on the second side is the original single version with Ringo on drums. So moving on to the All You Need Is Love 12-inch single, which we have here. And the guys recording the Our World broadcast on 25th of June 1967 on the back. And then we have the vinyl. With the original mono mix of All You Need Is Love and Baby You're a Rich Man on side 2. So moving on to the Hey Jude 12-inch single that we have here. And that's the reverse side. And then we've got the 12-inch vinyl of Hey Jude, mono mix, and obviously Revolution on the B side. So the only 12-inch picture disc, Beatles wise, that's ever been released is the one for Hey Jude that was released on the 30th of August 1988, along with the 20th anniversary picture disc single. Quite a reasonable collector's item these days. And also come with its Apple backing card. And there's the reverse. As a final item, I thought I would show the 50th anniversary picture disc edition of Yellow Submarine and Eleanor Rigby. Very thick vinyl and a lovely sounding disc. And this was released in 2018. That's the disc. And there's the slipcase. So thank you all for tuning in today. I really hope that you've enjoyed what I've shown you. And as always, I appreciate any comments that I get from any of you. So next week I will be showing the very rare Paul McCartney All the Best 7-inch promotional box set. So please come and join me for that one next week. So as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, why not give us a like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. This is Beatle Dave signing off. Beatle Dave.